And away we go. It is the nightcap brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar right here on BearcatJournal.com. Hi, Aaron. How you doing, buddy? Uh, looking to go get a drink? Why not stop by and see our good friends at Hail Mary? They're in Cheviot. They're on Harrison Avenue in the Dora District, so you can go from bar to bar with your drinks or hang out at Hail Mary's. 27 TVs, 9-screen video wall. They have all the sports that DirecTV streams, and the 9-screen video wall will always have on your favorite Cincinnati sports. Head down there, get yourself an ice cold Cincy Light in a 32.8 degree frosted glass. Maybe they'll maybe we can pull some strings there and get them the new Cincy Light. Did you see today?
I did.
Cincy Light.
It's summertime. Makes sense.
So my understanding, it's going to be at bars around the city on tap here for a little while. And then in the summer, it's going to be released first in 16-ounce cans and then in 12 packs in cases. So
Nice.
it's coming. I have not had it yet. They had it, a sample of it, the sampling of it before the Dayton game when we had the pregame at Holy Grail. And I didn't get there until right after they were packing up and heading out. So I didn't get to try it, but I've been promised I will get to try it soon. I'm told it's a hint of lime, Aaron. Not like a lime beer, but Cincy Light with a hint of lime. And I'm told it's very good. So
as long as it's got enough where it tastes like summer and tastes good, I think we're all good for that.
Are you going to have are you going to switch to lime if it's on point?
For summer? Absolutely. If I can get it out here. I know they have a decent craft beer selection at Kroger, but that's the only place I think that has the Cincy Light that I've seen out here. So we'll see. But enough about that. There's some big news today.
There is some big news today. Other than that was big news today that Cincy Light Lime is now released to the public. The other big news, a pair of transfers for the basketball program. I was busy running the kid around, so we didn't get to do a live show this afternoon. And then by the time I got home and we could do one, it was almost time for the BBP. So we wanted to give you guys a nightcap, a separate event to discuss the two editions today. The first one, the one everybody has been waiting on, as Mustafa Cham from UCF signs with Cincinnati. 10 points, 6 rebounds, almost 3 blocks. One of the leaders in the nation in block shots. A massive, massive get for Cincinnati. One of the better players in the portal. I'd say top 15, top 20 type player in the portal because of his ability and because he was only a freshman. So still a lot of growth for him available. But, Aaron, it's a big one. It changes a lot for Cincinnati.
Yeah. I mean, this is we see a trend here as far as what Cincinnati has done in the portal thus far. Outside of Jalen Haynes from George Mason, they've gotten guys who have been there before. With Kirk Risa, he's played for big programs with West Virginia, with Kentucky, Arizona. With Sincere Harris, he's played for West Virginia. Now with Cham and Celestine, which we haven't even gotten to, both Big 12 guys as well. So we've seen West taking big swings with guys who have played in power conferences. And if this may be the last shot he gets at it, we'll find out. But you have to take these types of big swings. And I think that with what we've seen, this style of offense with the high pick and rolls at the top of the key and what have you, I think that he's going to be a great fit. He's going to be able to do things that Aziz just simply did not have in his arsenal. And look, I think we felt good with Jalen Haynes, I think we feel way better though with Mustafa Chiam.
Yeah, I mean, it just gives you, we'll see. There's a lot of talk about can these two play together. I don't know how you make the minutes work if they don't at least a little bit, because I don't think either of them, both of them played a ton of basketball last year. I don't think either of them were coming here to play to split 20 minutes.
They didn't come here to play school.
Right. They didn't come here to split 20 minutes, so you're going to have to find some minutes elsewhere so that both of them can get up in that 25, 27, 28-minute range. So we'll see. Now, maybe that means, I don't know. I don't know what it means. Maybe it changes the formula. If I do think there's probably still going to be one or two more additions. I don't expect them to be big, splashy type.
I don't think it have to be.
No, but you need I think you need a rebounding four. And then, a combo forward, a guy that can maybe give you minutes at the 3 and the 4, something like that. But they're in a good spot, but we don't have the complete picture yet. So it's still hard to predict what these minutes or whatever are going to look like. Yeah. So, but you got a guy that everybody thinks is either a first round pick or an early second round pick in next year's draft. A ton of upside, a ton of ability. He can shoot it a little bit. Like, you're not uncomfortable with him taking threes. He takes quite a bit of them. He took more threes than he had dunks last year, Aaron. I know it's gonna make life rough on you, but he's also got a nice little right hand baby hook shot. He can shoot in the mid range, and then of course two and a half plus block shots a game. One of the best in the country. So Wes Miller, since he's been here and when he was at UNC Greensboro, likes having rim protectors. And I don't think there's any confusing Big Slime as a rim protector. So, we'll see.
People are going to ask though, does he have can he play with his back to the rim? He does have a baby hook in his well, I'm just saying he has that in his bag of arsenal. But he had double digits 20 times last year, had 18 3 times. And one of the things that we were critical of this team this past season was the fact that where the team score is coming from. And if this guy has that capability, granted, he was playing 30 plus minutes more often than not with UCF. But I mean, even if he's getting 12, 14, and that 25 to 28 range, look, I'd be okay with him getting 30, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't think you can downplay it. I think it's just a gigantic improvement to the roster. You're adding if he's projected to go, what we talk about, not having any top 100 players. If you got a guy that's projected to go late first, early second, you got a top 40 player, a top 30 player. And that changes your ceiling. It raises your floor and it raises your ceiling, because there's the reality that he might also still be getting better and better. And maybe he's a 13-point-a-night guy instead of a 10-point-a-night guy like he was at UCF. So
right now, as we look around the Big 12, who's got a better center than him? Texas Tech is the only team that I can think of, and that's arguable.
Right. So, yeah. And there ain't a lot of them swimming out there in the portal for teams to go grab at this late in the game. So, has a chance to be a position of great strength for Cincinnati after a year where it was a position of not good enough. So, that's Mustafa Cham. And then Jaylen Celestine added also this afternoon. I got a text from Keegan this morning, Aaron. Apparently he posted it on Instagram, I guess accidentally, at 1:34 in the morning, and then deleted it. But Keegan still got the notification with the screenshot. You get the notification. It's got the little screenshot. He's like, well, I posted it.
Should have left it there. Done the thing. Whatever.
Everybody wakes up tomorrow to my commitment. But a shooter, and they've got some shooting on this team. You can always have more on your roster. You got a guy that, is 38% for his career after 2 years at Cal and a year at Baylor. Get shooters, 6'7" shooters. Does he need to rebound better? Yeah. Is he a great defender? No. But the spacing you get and the shot making you get from a guy like him, I'll take it every day.
Do I love his fit at the 4? No, personally.
I like his fit at the 4 more than the 3.
That said, I'm happy, as you are, with adding shooting. You got a guy who's 38% for his career. I'll take that all day. I brought this up on the BBP tonight, but last season 38% would have been topped by just Day.
Yeah,
and Day was at 40, so that wasn't by much. I don't know. I'm obviously happy he can shoot, but like you said, there's deficiencies in his game at the 4, and so that's where we're at. There's still holes to be filled on this roster. You still got maybe 1 or 2 spots you're going to fill with guys that can fill those holes, at least viable options that you can fill those holes. And 4 is a glaring need still on this roster.
Yeah. I mean, he played, so when he was at Cal, he played the 3. And then at Baylor, he played the 4. So he's done both. He's done both at the high major level. He's been a good rotational piece in both spots. So you have the versatility to use him in either. It's just going to depend on when he gets here. What do they, when he starts working out, what do they think the role is for him? And 2, can they find that bruising, rebounding, physical 4 that maybe shifts him more to the 3? You know what I mean? Like it's going to be also dependent on what else comes in here at the end, because if they don't have a lot of help at the 4, he's going to have to play the 4. If they get a little bit more help in the 4, then he can play both.
You love these hybrid wings.
Hybrid forwards, yeah, they're great. But at least, look, my complaint with the hybrid 4s is they can't play either. This guy's played both at a pretty high level. Now, has he been like a star? No, but he's at least been productive. He's been productive at the 3 at Cal and at the 4 at Baylor. So I don't love combo forwards anymore. I used to. I hate them now.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think anybody's asking out of the 4 spot on this roster as it's currently assembled, with Chum and Haynes at the 5, and your guard. You have a dearth right now of guards, and Sean Abayev coming in. I just don't know how much we're going to be asking at the 4 spot.
Yeah,
it'll knock down a shot.
Right, be open, catch it, shoot it in, and Celestine can do a lot of that. So, I'll take it. We'll see how it starts to. We're at the finish line. The portal closes tomorrow at midnight. So after tomorrow at midnight, you cannot enter. Tuesday at midnight is the deadline for entering the portal. You can sign whenever, but if you're going to be in the portal, you got to be in the portal by midnight on Tuesday. Let's keep an eye on what happens tomorrow, because the last couple days have been pretty wild on guys jumping in. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. That's going to wrap it up. This is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, live from the Cincy Light Lime Studios, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!